Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you back.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, let's go. 180. 53, Mike 53. I'm coming.
Here's the third-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And now it's Rosen looking. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bell sheds him off. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now Bell. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get a across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they held him out on second down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Move. 4 down, 4 down. 6 down. Check 6 down. Go.
Here's Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody from running down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Throwing on second down. Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Rosen to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
To throw is Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They run with Bell on first down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down now, it's Bell, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, here's Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
57's left.
Here we go. Mike, 57. Check. 57's Mike.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rosen. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Bell. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd down, it's Henderson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
17 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think it'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Watch this. 80. 53's the Mike, 53.
Now Rosen on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
65.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Bell. Bell a first down and then some, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll give this to Bell running right. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. That's it. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Yeah.
Jackson from the shotgun. Found his target. It's Anderson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Charles Harris just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Monday. Yo.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson trying to run inside, but nothing there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. What do you got?
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Slam, slam, slide.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. A try here for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Bell. Finding room at the 30. And a cutback, right sideline. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 31 yards there and a first down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. 53 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
53's the mark. Monday. Three. I got one. Kill. Monday.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Over the middle, complete. That's Gray. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rosen will throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Rosen on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Rosen to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
53, check 53. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Again, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Again, it's Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's get it. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go. Defense. You go tight. You got tight. Go. You got tight.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for me. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Rosen. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go, tight end. Go.
From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Leo, coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch twist. No, twist.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On third down, here's Henderson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57's the Mike. Mike 57. Come on, D.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Go. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Here we go.
Here's Jackson on third down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Check pass.
57.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First down, New York.
Set. Mike 15 on it. 15 on it.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Let go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third down, it's Bell. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, fuck the opposition, man. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I could never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jake Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can could never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I could never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I could never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I could never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.